welcome to this brand new YouTube channel. I'm so excited to introduce you to my coloring pages. A little introduction, I'm Laurentien. I've been coloring in adult coloring books like this one for the last 4 to 5 years, I think. This was actually my first book I ever bought and then made my Instagram account, Tijdperk by Hanna Karlzon. And today I wanted to show you all the rest that I did in her books. By the time I bought this one, my collection grew a little bit. And I absolutely love her style of drawing, and I love coloring it. So yeah, let's have a look inside the books. I think it's best to start with Tijdperk. This is Seasons in English. I have only Dutch versions of her book because I am in Belgium and they do make the Dutch ones, and it's really good paper and good quality. So I just wait to the release in Belgium. I don't go out and buy the Swedish version or the English version. I don't know. I'm not that hurried to have a book. I like to see what others do in it first as well, so it works out for me. And this was my very first book, so some pages might look a little bit bland, I guess, or less detailed or less saturated with like a punch of color, like how I like to color now. Oh yeah, this is the first one. I forgot I did this one. This is actually to test my watercolor and my gold Posca and this bronze gel pen I had. I still have it somewhere. And yeah, like you see, it's not a lot. Today I would do some things differently, like this harsh line. I wouldn't do it anymore. But oh well, I mean, it looks good. It looks fine. Then I have this one. Just let me get this out of the way first. Then I have this one. This is actually really fun for me to look back on, because nowadays I wouldn't make these color choices like the red. I would just go for a simple green, but I like how bold I was in my color choice back then. Like this is from, I think, maybe like 4.5 years ago. Yes, it should be something like that. So yeah, this is my name. I wanted to be creative here as well. You pronounce it like Laurentien. It's a very Dutch sounding name. So yeah, but I like the red, I like the blue. Yeah, it's just good. This is all done with polychromos, by the way. I bought my first adult coloring book with my first adult coloring pencil set, which is a 120 set of polychromos by Faber-Castell. And I color with these pencils still up till like a few months ago. I only got my second coloring pencil set since this summer, in July, I think. I bought the luminance, so every page in this book is done with polychromos. And a lot of the other books as well. Yeah, and this was just a test with some inks. I never finished it, but it's alright. Oh, I see it's not fully in. Ooh. Oh no. There we go. Then we have this one. This is also done with watercolors. This is actually like 2 years after this one, I think. It's very simple. I didn't feel comfortable with the backgrounds yet. So yeah, I just didn't do one, but I think it's alright. It doesn't need one. I like the subtle tints of blue in the branches. Oh yeah, a friend of mine did this. I was like, hey, we should color together. And she started this, but she never finished it. So I have this little souvenir, I would like to call it, from her. And maybe one day she will finish it. I like how it looks so far. Just let me get to the next one. There we go. So I did this one for Easter, and it's completely done with watercolors. You know, I did a lot of colorings in pencil, but in these books I like to experiment. Like all of the Hanna Karlzon books, I like to use water mediums, but this is my experiment book because it's my first one. So it has like a lot of like less pretty pages. I don't want to call them less pretty because at the time I loved them. But I don't mind experimenting in this one. So this is with a lot of watercolor, and I use like this really light purple to shade the flowers. And yeah, it's just very simple, very plain. Like nowadays, this would just be a base and then add some pencil. But at the time, I thought it was done. And I'm not gonna go back to it. I mean, it's part of the process. Then I think this is my most recent one. Oh yeah, I have this one as well. This is the second page I've done in this book. And I just wanted to practice all these little bits because I saw a lot of people do them in the images. And I was like, whoa, I need to learn a lot. So I thought it was a perfect page for it. Then I have this one. This is my most recent in this book. And I'm sad to say, but this is from Easter, so it's been a few months since I've colored this book, but I've got a lot of other books in my collection. So yeah, I need to switch it out sometimes. The background is done with inks, then the base is with neocolors, and then polychromos on top. So yeah, this is actually a really fun page. And I think it turned out amazing. I love, love, love the colors, the pastels, the bunnies. It was the first time I did like this kind of fur in Hanna Karlzon her books. And I actually really like the end result. I'm very happy with it. Oh yeah. This one is like very bright. This page is again done with all watercolors, but I really wanted to white out every single line that you see on this image. And I actually did so, but I noticed when I put it on Instagram, I forgot one line here. You see? But I think it's part of the image. Only I know it's there. And now you guys as well. But yeah, it's really nice. It has some glitter in it, but I thought you didn't see it that much. So I just stopped doing it. So it's like a little bit of glitter here. And that seems to be it. A little inconsistent. Then I have this one. This is the very first adult coloring page I did. It's this one. So yeah, that's very nice. I really wanted to like harmonize the colors so they come back on each side, and I think it works. I mean, it's nice. It's not much to say about it. It just looks good. I started this one. I will finish it eventually, someday. Oh yeah, this one is matching. I first did this one. I really liked how it turned out. Still all done with polychromos. Then I matched this page to that one. And I really like how she turned out as well. I mean, nowadays I wouldn't make such bold color choices with the brown and the red and the oranges. But I think it really works. And this is with a silver Posca pen. I really wanted to test it out. And I mean, it looks nice. I didn't have like a good image on Instagram of this one because I was really impatient and I took the photo at night. So it has like this blue flashlight coloring shift to it and it doesn't look great. But I can't be bothered to post it again. So there you have it. Now it's on my YouTube channel. Oh my god, this one is horrendous. I just wanted to play like with rainbow colors and no. I matched this background to this one. This one I did it on the same day. And then this one I did with nail colors. But it's like still very simple. Nowadays I would add some pencil, but at the time it was fine, it was good. So yeah, not much to say about it. And I think we're almost there. I did almost everything out of the spring season. Oh yeah, this one, I don't want to talk about it too much. There, you saw it, but that's it. Oh, look at this lady. Is that all? I thought it was another one. Okay. Look at this lady. I love her. It was the very first portrait I did. And then I didn't do another one in months, even to a year, I think. So this was actually really fun. I enjoyed it. It was very nice. Yeah, I think she still looks good. Again, no background because I was a little bit scared. Oh yeah, this is a disaster page. Like, you hear how rough it is? It's because it has so much water on it. I started it didn't come out great. And then I used this really diluted white opaque watercolor. But because I diluted it, it wasn't as opaque and I just put it all over it. and then it gave this like pastel-y effect, and the lines I made weren't as harsh. So now it looks pretty good, but here you can still see I was a bit slobby on the sides here. Didn't really finish it till there. Yeah, but how it was underneath, and it was very... But oh well, I mean, now it looks good, but the paper is heavy. It's a bit wrecked, I guess. Yes, a little bit of bleed through, but I can live with that. I don't mind it. And I think we're almost there. There's like, aha, there she is. I started this on a holiday, then my life got busy when I came back and I never finished it. And I'm thinking, when I finish it now, it's not like, it doesn't reflect how I color now, you know, like the skin color, it looks nice. At the time I thought it looked amazing, but now like I can shade the nose a lot more, the cheeks, the makeup, like it's very, very pale. And not as, it needs some more definition, I think. But I really like all the rest of it. So maybe I just need to make this one a bit more, you know, add some more color and then just finish the rest. I should do that. But, you know, it's been so long. So to actually like go on it and start it, it's difficult. I also covered everything with white Posca. No, not this one, but all the rest I did in white Posca. But I never got it to work for me properly, so you still see a lot of lines. But I wanted to have this like lineless effect, which I think it works for the most part. I just need to, yeah, like I said, I need to finish it, but I can't be bothered. Oh well. This is also a whip. Actually, I can finish this, but still... It's been so long, and like this blue, I'm not a huge fan of it. At the time I thought, oh, this is so cool and unique, but now I think it's alright. I think if I finish it, it will still look good. Like the color choices and the blending here are very beautiful, and I still need to add pencil, but I'll have to see. Oh yeah, and my little witch. I wanted to do this one for Halloween, but I never got to it. And I forgot to put a page underneath this when I color this, and now I have this imprint, but I can erase it, I guess. Let me see if it works. Oh, it comes right off. It's been like this for years. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, she's I've not much to say about her. I thought at the time when I colored this, I thought it was black. I was like, yeah, I'm coloring black thing for the first time, but now it's like gray. But at the time I was very happy with it. I mean, now I would make some more contrast, but it's fine. I mean, it's good. I like it. And that's it. I really want to do something on the winter side of this book. Oh, yes, I started this for Christmas and I never finished it because life is quite busy. But she looks nice. I mean, it looks nice. The mouse. Okay, then. Soulmates, or in English, how do you call it? Spirit animals? I think it's spirit animals. Just gonna lay this right here. This is actually a new book for me, and I haven't colored any page at all. Like any. It's completely empty. It's still like very not as flexible, I have to say. It's a very stiff book still. So yeah, it's just been... It's so hard to like do the first page in a new book, because once I get there and I've done that, it's pretty simple to do the rest, but I just need to put my mind to it, start it. But there's so many other coloring books that are calling to me, but this one is so pretty. Like, oh, look at this, all difficult. But I found like a lot of pages have like this really empty background. So like this one. There's like, this is a lot going on, but then you have this empty space. Like, what do I do with it? I mean, not all. This one is pretty fun. I want to do this in January, I think, or December. But like, there's so much empty space. This is so pretty. Like, I love this one. Yeah, it's a very pretty book, but I haven't done anything in this yet. Then, Verhalen uit Stad tussen de sterren. This is Tales from the City Among Stars. I have this book for quite a few months. I actually never, I was never drawn to this book. And then suddenly, like a year later, when I saw it in the shops again, I was like, whoa, this is a good book. But I was so intimidated by it, and I had all these summer plans because I bought it only this summer. And had all these summer coloring pages plans, and this really didn't fit any summer. I mean, this page does, of course. I just open it right there, but the rest is like very futuristic, and this one is amazing. I want to do this one so bad, but I actually didn't touch this book till the beginning of October, and I did this wallpaper page. I just wanted to do like rainbow, 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 but not like the obvious one, like this is a really pretty star, but I also wanted to make some odd combinations, but still with all the rainbow colors. And then just a plain background with, this one is done with watercolor. This one is my Luminance from Carandache. This is the first time I introduced you to my other pencil set. And it's actually filled with glitter, the page, but I don't think you can see it. Instead of all the white dots, I just did a lot of glitter, but it's very fine, and yeah, it's maybe hard to see. But this is the first page and only page I did in this book, but I absolutely love the other images. So yes, one day, like this is so pretty, and she looks amazing. Like this, oh, love it. I think maybe for the month of November I will do this one, because with our Belgian buddy group we have a team every month, and this one is dragons, so maybe I'll do this one. That would be exciting. Now the next one, Atlantis, Verhalen uit Atlantis. This is still from Atlantis. I actually did quite a few pages in this one. I've got it in February when the Dutch version came out. I was like, the day it came out, I think the day after I bought it already, I was so excited for this book. You know, sometimes when I see a flip through, I'm not fully convinced if I should buy it or not. So when it comes out in the shops and I actually can hold it and flip through it, it's such a different experience. And I had this with this book. When I saw it on video, I was like, oh, it looks alright. But when I held it, I was like, this is it. This is like my next favorite book. And actually, I did an image in this one every few months, I think. I mean, I did one in every month since I had it. I think, except October, this month. I didn't do anything in October, but oh well. This was the first one I did. This is in Spain when I was on holiday there. I brought my neo colors, like the crazy person I am. And I had a lot of fun with it. I like all the purples, the blues, the dark blues. And then the contrast with the orange. I wanted to keep the bubbles simple. I just also did them in blue, but I really like it. And it's like the same colors of orange, but I colored it the opposites. So when I did like a gradient from dark to light, I did one from dark to light in the opposite direction. So it has this like cool effect to it. So yeah, that was fun. Oh, then we have this one. Now, this is a lot of hair. And I always thought, I don't like coloring hair that much. But then I flipped through it again like a few months later, and I was like, I need a challenge. So I picked this one because a lot of hair, which I don't usually like. And actually, a really funny thing, the colors I chose for the hair is the Instagram logo, like the colors of that one. So it's really funny because if you don't know it, it looks like a great color combination, but I get inspiration from the logo of Instagram. So now that you know it, you can't unsee it, I think. And then for this background, I followed a tutorial from Nikki Coloring, I think she's called, here on YouTube. She did this background for a page in Mythic World by Kirby Rosannes. And I just did it on this one. I mean, it's my own interpretation of it, but I really like it. Then, my two beautiful ladies. Look at these. I love them. I love them so much, so much. I really wanted to do a portrait again, and I wanted to do it like properly, like I wanted to do it good. And I wanted to go a little bit darker because I always went to this really pale skin colors because I was comfortable in it. And then I wanted to go a little bit darker, just more contrast. And I actually really like how I styled, the style of coloring I did here. So I tried to put it in my new portraits as well. Like this one is actually done later, but it's such a small face. But she's not as pale. Like I don't want to go as pale anymore. So I like the contrast I did here. And they look like they have like a nice sunbathe or something. So that's fine. I want to do like a dark skin color, but I just need to like build it up slowly. So I don't mess it up from the first time. So I think this is like a good beginning to start building more and more like darker tones in it. So yeah, I really like it. I like the background, like how light it is here with a lot of water. And then here it's like very concentrated. This is all done with luminance and then neo colors. Oh, this is also done with neo colors and luminance, neo colors, luminance. It's like my favorite. It's my favorite new tool to use. So yeah. And this is all done with neo colors, the swan, the beak, the background, and then this is done with luminance. I really liked it when I finished it. I like brought my book everywhere and I was like, look at what I've done. It looks amazing, doesn't it? This also did really well on Instagram, so I was happy you guys liked it as well. Yeah, it still looks really nice. And then 2 images further, I've done the statue of a lion. Now, this one, I felt really creative because everything you see in the background, I added myself. Like, the lion statue was the only thing that was originally on this page. Yeah, but I really liked how it turned out. It has something really magical about it. It has a good flow. So yeah, I actually really like it. I wanted to make like the surface of water. It has that vibe, but I mean, it's like my interpretation of it. So yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's good. Have I anything to say about it? Yeah, it's also with Neocolor 2 and Luminance pencils. And I think that's it, but I can't wait to start my next page. I actually have like one in mind if I can find it. Like this one. This one is really nice. But every time I look at this one, I'm like, oh, the others are really nice as well. So we'll have to see. Then we have Tales from the Midnight Masquerade, and this is Middernacht Maskerade. Now, this book in Dutch was like really messed up, the first print, and I never bought it, but like 2 years ago, I think, I found that they printed it again. It's the second print, and this one actually looks normal. Like with the first print, it has like a lot of one-sided pages, the story is all messed up, they're not in order, so that's very sad, and I didn't like it. But I do really like this one because it's in order, it looks good. So yeah, it's one of my favorite Hanna Karlzon books. I have this little cute clown that I did. It's the first one I did in this book. Oh, look at her. She is so pretty. I love her. This is a background with soft pastels, and this is done with polychromos. So yeah, she looks cute. Then we have this bright sisters over here. They're full contrast with each other. This one and this one, the backgrounds is both done with watercolor, but I didn't do them at the same time. I think I had a few months in between. And this one is done with polychromos, and this one is done with luminance. And then some glitter in the background to the dots and the stars. So yeah, they're very nice, but she's very bright, I have to say. It's nice, but sometimes I need to catch myself to using less bright colors sometimes, because I mean, I want like a different vibe sometimes, and sometimes you need like a more natural color scheme, but for this one it fits. Then we have this raven, and he looks stunning. I love it. Actually, when I but a photo of it on Instagram, I found it really difficult to catch like this red. So I think it does look a bit different. It's sometimes with my pictures that I can't really catch the color fully, like how it's supposed to be. So you may notice some inconsistencies there, and I'm sorry, but I try my best, I really do. This is done with luminance, and then this is inks in the background. And I also immediately put it to this, but the watercolor glitter I did in the background, I don't know if you can see it. It's very glittery. I didn't do here because, you know, if I wanted to do something different, I could. But I don't know if I ever finish it. But, I mean, it's the same color. It's there. So, yeah, I think it looks really nice. Oh, then I have this duo, if I can call it like that. I first did this one. And every time I'm looking like at one coloring page for such a long time when I'm coloring, I start to look at the other side and I'm like, oh, that looks really fun as well. And most of the time I just pick another book. But this time I actually did this one right after this one. And I think they both look really nice. This is like a monochrome color palette with inks, with pinks and then a little bit of purple. And this is like a hippie elf. I think she looks really nice. And the sun is out. I don't know if it has much of a color change in the video, but it's the sun. This is the second image I did in this book. I did it right after the clown. So this is with soft pastels and this as well. And this is fully done with Neocolor 2. And then I did some pencil to give it some more contrast. And I did the skin in pencil. So this is really nice. I like the background I did. And yeah, she looks good. Oh yeah, and then I did this one. So this is another, I followed a color palette for this one. I found it in Pinterest. So this is like, you see how bright this one is. Like this is what I'm talking about. I wanted to do something different and I really like it. And yeah, it looks nice. It looks good. I had a lot of fun with this one. Very quick. This one as well. I think I did it in 2 days. And then the last one. This is not my best. I've kind of forced myself to color in this book because I really like when people color in it when I see it online. But for myself, I can't seem to find the right creativity or motivation or inspiration. So I forced myself to do a page in this book, and you see that it doesn't have as much finesse as the other pages I do. Like it's very, very rough blending. I actually like posted a prettier page of this one on Instagram, I think, because it was so rough. But I mean, it looks the same, but I mean, this is a little bit rougher than I think it's on Instagram. But yeah, it looks nice, but it's not like the best. I wasn't feeling super creative in this one. I don't know. But it's a really pretty book, but still, I don't know what to color. Like this is nice, but it's so nice that I'm afraid to color it, you know? It's too intimidating. And then you have these really simple ones. Maybe I can do ones of those. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty. Like this is pretty. This is pretty. Yeah, I need to color more in this book. But thank you guys for watching my video. As you noticed, I have a lot more of the small books than her bigger books. I just really like the small versions. I mean, it's a quicker page to do, I think. Like this is a very busy one, but it's like there's just less to color, but I really like it because of that. It's still like her recognizable style, but yeah, it's just, I like it. It's nice. I like the smaller books more. I miss one. I miss Tales of the Witch's Cottage, I think. And I would love to have that one, but you know, one book at a time. We'll see when I get it. But thank you for watching. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe if you want. Feel free to do any of those. And have a good day and happy coloring.